Okay. Join our email list. Caroline, good evening. Early bird. So tonight's Q&A is earlier than usual because I've got physio coming out at 8 to see Khaleesi, and obviously life and food and dinner and stuff. The title of it's I'll Fight Your Dog. This is not referring to me fighting your dog, it's referring to idiots saying they're going to fight protection dogs. So, let me set the scene. What happened was, I'm at the petrol station earlier chatting to a friend, and a bin wagon driver pulled up. Khaleesi! Shush! Khaleesi's unbelievably stressed, being locked in a cage all the time. But until she gets this injury sorted, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, so, okay, thank you. Khaleesi is unfortunately not doing well at the moment. There's been no improvement at all since she hurt her leg. So physio tonight to try and see if there's any ruptured tendons or ligaments or anything. I'll put an update up later anyway. Oh, what's happened to the colour? 2 seconds. Bear with me. There we go. Yeah, so I'm at the petrol station earlier. Rottweiler in the boot of the car. I have an estate car with the back boxed out for the dogs. And I'm just stood talking to my friend pulled up on the forecourt and stood talking. Anyway, Flack's kicking off because he's walked behind the car. And he's like, I'm going to get that dog out and fill it in a minute. And it's like, fuck, are you really? Like, he's a 40-kilo Rottweiler with 42 teeth, and he'll happily pull your head off. You hear it a lot. Like, when I was doing a lot of security stuff, you'd see it. People are like, I'll fight your dog. I'll fight your dog. Let's just be really clear now. If you start a fight with a trained dog, you will lose. Like, there's no pressure that you can put on them, you know, to make them stop doing what they're doing. And people are like, oh, I saw a comment the other day, fuck, sacrifice your arm and then prize their eyes out. What? Are you fucking stupid? You're going to sacrifice an arm? Have you any idea how much it hurts to get bitten for real by a dog? Like, when she catches me because we're playing tug, like, you probably, no, you can't see it. I have a little, oh, you can see it, just here. That's a tiny scar from a couple of months ago. We were just playing tug and she caught my hand. I couldn't breathe, it hurt so much. Like, and then if you get caught a bit worse, you go into hospital. If you get bitten for real, all 42 teeth, you know, like, full gripping, pushing bite, you're not going to fight anything. So this is a message for them people that think they can fight a dog. Stop being silly. Stop being silly. Christina, hello. I'm back on the... Oh, I need to pin this comment. Pin the comment. There we go. Back on the laptop tonight because my phone is on 14%. And there was just no chance was it going to get through a whole live. Tonight's going to be a short one because I need to go get a shower and have dinner and then physio. Very nervous because if she's ruptured a tendon or a ligament, we're looking at months and months and months of rehab and probably surgery. It's just not what I need in my life right now. And it's not what you need, is it? Stress to the heavens in that box. Quicker we get you out, the better. Right, guys, any questions? Shoot your questions. I have no pre-asked questions because I didn't put a status up. Christina, how do you get into dog training? Christina, is that a question for me? How did I get into dog training, or how would one go about becoming a dog trainer? Let me know. The answers are very different. When I say a short one as well, I mean it's probably going to be like 20 minutes or so. It really won't be long at all. Becoming a dog trainer. Okay. There's no legal governing body for dog trainers. So by law, all you have to do is say, I'm a dog trainer, and you're a dog trainer. In reality, you probably need to learn something before you start throwing that title around. There's a few reputable schools. I want to set one up to actually change the way this goes, but for right now, go and do a couple of courses to learn about canine behavior. Watch everything you can watch. Read everything you can read. And ideally, do what I did. So in 2012, I went to America to train under an American world champion trainer. I was there a few months, and I learned more in them few months than I ever could have possibly learned off, YouTube or a book. Or check out Michael Ellis. You need to check out all the spectrum of dog trainers, from very good to very bad, because then you can sort of have an opinion on, I don't like the way he does it. What is that labeled as? Maybe you won't like balance trainers. Maybe you won't like force-free trainers. Maybe you won't like negative punishment. Maybe you won't like knee-po-po. Maybe you will like these things, and that's great. Spencer, you're getting up. I have a ground here. I wanted to get up. Come on. There it is. Yeah, so you need to look at all the full spectrum of dog trainers. Some of them are going to be great and some of them are going to be terrible, but you learn as much from the bad ones by going, I don't want to do it like that, that's terrible. So yeah, just learn all you can learn and train dogs, train dogs for free, because you're going to learn a lot about how I train him. It's very different to how I train my Shepherd or my Rottie or a Shih Tzu. So yeah, go and learn, that's it. But there's no legal governing body for dog trainers yet. I hope it comes in soon. I recently read that when you're playing with your dog and they make sneezing noises, it's a way of showing they are playing and not being aggressive. True or false? I found it rather interesting. It's a sign of appeasement. True or false? I'm not even going to label it as true or false. Yes, that is a sign of appeasement. However, a dog could sneeze and then rip your face off. So you have to, with any body language, like people say, licking lips is a sign of stress, which it is. There's things called displacement behaviors, which is a dog doing something very strangely out of character, which is a sign of stress. There are calming signals. All these things. Waggy tail means overstimulation, not excitement or happy. Aff, come on, lie down. I know you've been laid down for like 3 days now, but just lay down for a bit longer. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it. Aff. This dog right now is just, I'm telling her to lay down, she's like, absolutely not, let me out of this crate. Khaleesi, Aff, get on the floor. Get on the floor. 1 minute, guys. Aff. She's so stressed, bless her. Yeah, so you need to look at the whole body language of the dog. 1 minute. Which one is which? There we go. Just give her a stroke. She's stressed, bless her, really stressed. Yeah, so you need to look at the body language as a whole. Look at the tail, look at the stance, are they play bowing? Are they bouncing around? But yeah, that's definitely interesting and true. Christina, no worries. If you've got any more questions about that, send me an inbox. Tobias, welcome. I did start early and you have missed 6 minutes. Apologies. Shh. This is a really difficult one. If any of you have to go through this, dog's on box rest. She is obviously stressed to the eyeballs and vocalizing that because she's getting no exercise, she's getting no mental stimulation. She's literally in a box and then going out to pee and poo and then going back in a box 24 hours a day. Because she has to, because she's on box rest for this fucking leg. It's frustrating for me though, when she's vocalizing like this, it's so annoying, but you've got to be patient. You've got to be patient. Today I took Lucian? I'm gonna go for Lycan, for a walk, and he was a pond collar and he broke through it. We were on a busy road and he's sprinting around back and forth around the circle, so embarrassing. Lucky he didn't go into the road. He loves the snow so much. He was trying to play, but he wouldn't come when called. Very frustrating. Christina, if that's happening, you're in an environment that's way too high for him to be training in. If he's broken a prong collar, prong collars are used often as a tool for management, and I don't think they should be. I think they should be used as a training tool. So not on the dogs at all time for every walk, because the dog's not learning a lot. It's not lunging and not pulling because it hurts. So I would go back in your training a bit. and reteach the basics, reteach handler engagement, attention. Khaleesi, please, shut the fuck up. Yeah, handler engagement, association to reward, coming for attention, and recall definitely needs retraining if he just won't come back and he was playing. I mean, it's cool that he was playing, you know, and not stressed, but like you say, it's fucking embarrassing. Helen, good evening. Okay, next. 10 minutes in. Probably only going to do like 10 more minutes tonight, guys, because I've got lots to do. It's evidently a bad idea just changing the time and not telling people as well, because there's usually like 15, 20 people, and there's 6 tonight, which is shit. Tobias, how is she today? Exactly the same, mate. That's the reason that this live stream started early. I'll go over it briefly. I've got physio coming at 8 to see if she's ruptured a ligament or tendon or anything. But she's absolutely no better than she was the day it happened. So things are not looking good. Okay, next questions. Any more for any more? Still appreciate the advice. Thanks. No worries, Christina. That's what these live shows are for, you know. I think these are a great place for people to come and get sort of black and white advice. I mean, if someone logs on, they're like, my dog's been aggressive. I've literally just had a message. Let me read it to you. Kai's starting to get really bad with walking. When we get excited for walks, everything else he's been good with, just his walks, he hates them. That's building up a whole new association to the walk. What do you mean he hates them? I'm going to use this as content for this Q&A. But yeah, questions like that can't be answered, you know, online or via an email. I'll help people for free all day long. If I could fix everybody's dog with an email, I would happily do that, because you'd all go and tell your friends how fucking awesome I am. When you take your dogs on walks, do you have any rules? What do you mean, Tobias? I don't know what you mean. My dogs very rarely go on walks. They go on walks on rest days, like entire rest days. Other than that, we're on the training field training. And my 2 pet dogs go for a walk, but they just go to the field and charge around, you know, just to blow some energy off. We don't often, now and then we'll go for a walk in the woods, and in that case, there are no rules. If you're not training, you're on rest time, so just fucking go and do what you want. You tell him walks and he goes to the bathroom and sits behind the door. Do you think he could be in pain when he walks from his legs or something? That's the only problem we're having now. Guys, when you ask questions, if you could put punctuation in, it would make my life a lot easier. So basically this dog's hiding behind the bathroom door every time she says they're going for a walk. Now either there's I agree, the dog could be in pain, or there's bad association to that word walk and going out. You know, the dog's scared of going out or anxious, or questions like that can't be answered in a black and white manner. I've told this person 4 times now to get a trainer in. She said she had a trainer in. The trainer was obviously shit, because otherwise the problem wouldn't be here. That's the point of trainers, to fix. Khaleesi! Shush! I don't know how loud this is to you guys, but in my ear it's really fucking loud. Dog's so stressed that she's blowing her coat and everything. Like, working mouths are not dogs to be in boxes. Yeah, trainers should be fixing issues, and if they're not, it's really, really not a good advert. And it's a bad advert that I get. People contact me and like, oh, I've been wanting to contact you for months, but we've seen 3 trainers already and none of them helped, so we all get painted with the same fucking brush. Melissa, welcome. Shannon, welcome. So when I take mine on walks, I have rules. For example, they can only say hello to every dog for 3 seconds. I count them head, 1, 2, 3, come away. Yeah, cool, man. That's fine. No issue there. But no, I don't have rules. My dogs don't interact with strange dogs, ever. Like, no dogs. Because 90% of them are fucking awful. Andy, welcome. Okay, Anderson, on a happier note, took your advice. Puppy slowly learned to walk by my side. Granted, I spent most of the walk stood still waiting for it to come to heel, but we're getting there, haha. Our recall's getting really good though, so I thank you for the advice. Kay, you are more than welcome. Which of your dogs was the easiest to train? None of them were any easier than the others. The reason people find it more difficult or more easy to train a dog is generally because they've got an idealistic image of how the training should look. So they'll be like, oh, I'm going to teach you recoil with 2 balls. And you get a dog like my ground who don't give a fuck about a ball. That's what makes it difficult. The way to make all dogs easy to train is to find out what motivates them personally. And it's why trainers will say all dogs are different. They're not in the way they learn. Like, they all learn through one of the 4 quadrants of operant conditioning or classical conditioning. That's it. That's the only way that a dog can possibly learn. But if you find out what motivates them personally, then you're on a much easier win. Now, there are behaviors that have been easier to teach to some of my dogs than others. If I had to generalize, my Shepherd Mal was far easier to train than my Greyhound, for example. But that's because less motivates him. Like, she's motivated to hell by anything. Any toy, any ball, any tug. What is this flower that keeps going across? And also, when mine are off lead, they're not allowed to say hello or sniff the floor until they are off lead. What? Oh, when yours are on lead, they're not allowed to say hello or sniff the floor. Yeah, again, fine. Dogs obviously need to sniff, but like you say, they've got a time and a place to do that. The annoying thing about dogs sniffing on lead is that they'll drag you across the road to go and sniff a fucking wall, and it's really annoying. But yeah, Tobias, I don't have any rules like that. Because generally we're just on the training field, and my rule there is we're training. End of discussion. When they are out going on a walk, then I just leave them to do whatever the hell they want. But, you know, my life rules still apply. Like, you can't run off. You can't say hello to any dogs that come up to us. My dogs all socialize with 10 dogs in the UK, because there's only 10 that I trust. Yep, mainly male dogs drag you everywhere to pace. Yeah, my Rottweiler's horrendous for it, man. Scent marking. Next. "17 minutes in, so maybe, you know, a couple more minutes, 5 more minutes maybe." Aaron Lee commented on your video. Mint bro, love it. Aaron, if you're watching this, thank you for the comment. So yeah, I put a video up of flat training earlier. Really basic stuff, because I don't get a lot of chance to film basic stuff, because the bottom line is both of them are beyond it. You know, it's not very rare that we go right back to the beginning. And that's why I'm getting a bitch, along with other reasons. Tobias, that's interesting. I'd like to hear what your other reasons are, man. Not like in a spiteful way. I'm not like, oh, why would you want a bitch? I'm just intrigued to see what your reasons are. Because I probably won't have another bitch now. John, did I want him to start jumping about in the video? Huh? Jumping about? I assume he means jumping into heel position, in which case the answer is yes. We'll message you, no worries, but I'll get to your message as soon as I can. But I've got, like I say, I've got loads to do tonight because the physio's coming. I don't often plan to have an hour of my night taken away, so it makes life difficult. On the plus side, I have an hour's less work to do every day because I can't take the Shepherd out. Really hoping that the physio comes around and just says, oh, it just needs more time to heal. Her tendon's inflamed. That'd be great. Mainly because my resident male dog is dominant and had a male German Shepherd, but they fought. Tobias, that's a training error, not a sex error. I have an incredibly bolshy arsehole male Rottweiler who lives with 2 other males, and it's not a problem. I'm not saying don't get a female, I'm just saying if that's your reason, don't be put off a male because of that reason, because it's a training issue, not a gender issue. Rachel Freer, hello. Guys, if you don't know who Rachel is, everyone, she's a fucking awesome flyball trainer. And she has like, I don't know, 7 collies or something? 6, 7? 7, I think, and 2 terriers, which makes 9. I'm sure it's 9. How many comments are we on tonight? 19 comments. This is dreary, guys. This is dreary. I think our best is like 140 some. But I expected it because everybody thinks that this is on at 7 and not 8. Male gets very jealous of other males interacting with me and my girlfriend. Yeah, Tobias, that's again completely a training issue. It's lack of understanding how to be with a male. Jealousy itself is an advanced emotion that dogs don't feel. What they are going through is a form of resource guarding. So you're a resource that they want, and they don't want other dogs to have it. Other males are definitely going to cause more tension, but again, it can be trained. It's not a problem. 6 collies, 2 terrorists. 6. Damn. I was close. Rachel, I like it. Terrorists. I haven't seen you guys up the mount for a while. Are the bouncers still training up there? At 125 onwards, let's have a look. Oh, I asked him to do a bark and hold in the video. Okay. Khaleesi, please, dude. I know you're stressed, but please just be quiet for 5 more minutes and lie down. Got a list of names for the pup. Nice, man. When are you thinking of getting your pup, Tobias? Oh, for the 6 of you who tuned in as well, I'm going to announce something that nobody else knows at the moment. It won't be going on Facebook, and it won't be going on my email list. It won't be going anywhere except told to you 6 people right now. I'm in the 7 people, 6 people. I'm in the very early process of creating an online training academy. Not an academy like the way you would think, of like a school or anything. It's basically going to be a membership area where there's going to be 7 new videos a week added. There's probably going to be 100 on there before I even open it. Professionally filmed videos of how to teach literally fucking everything that I can think of. Heel work, down, sit, back, bite, fly ball, agility. I'm obviously going to get other trainers involved to teach these things that are not my forte. A to Z of scent work, tactical heel, engagement games, anything you can think of in dog training, I'm going to put it on that academy. My idea in the end is to have a website, and then it's going to be like, I don't know, 22 quid a month or something. And then as it grows, I want to create a forum in there and some other stuff. What my hope is by the time the academy is built, is that people can go on there and get an answer to how to train any behavior that they can possibly fucking think of. Yes, Jay, I need more online things available. Tobias, be patient and start putting your £22 a month away. I want more online things because I've got a following. I think I've got a following like 90 countries now, and it's a fucking pain in the ass that I live in the tiny UK. We train at the mount from April to October, then indoor venue over winter, rolling summer. Rachel, you have the right idea by training inside because it's fucking freezing. 2018, the 3-month gap between leaving school and starting college. Tobias, that's a great time to be getting a dog because you can go and put a lot of time into it. Good thinking. Especially, don't say this the wrong way, especially for someone of your age to be thinking about that is impressive because usually they're just like, I want a dog, I want a male, I'm going to go buy one. A cool fucking story, and it's going to eat your house and your parents are going to be pissed. But yeah, good work, man. I like it. Okay, 24 minutes in. Any last questions? Any last questions? Because I really, really need to go. Problem is I enjoy these. I do like doing these lives. Good fun. Tobias, I think you're the only person that's been on every single live that I've put up. Well, all 7 of them. I know there's not been loads yet. I'm looking forward to the day that I can, like it's AskObsidian 00 number. I'm looking forward to the day when there's a 1 on that first bit. Maybe one day I'll get 999 AskObsidians done. Give it time to get into a routine, settles before I go to college. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. That's why it's a... I've got an itch on my back. That's why it's a good idea, for sure. Good work. Right, guys, if you haven't, hit like. I think it's that way. Hit like already. Join the email list if you're not on there. Because as much as I enjoy giving free information to you, the business side of the reason for these lives is to get more engagement on Facebook. So go and fucking hit like. And if you're feeling really generous, hit share and tell everyone how awesome I am. And to get people over to my email list. Because the Academy will be advertised on Facebook one day. One day in the far future. But it's mainly going to be via my email list. Because people that are on there, you know, are really into dog training. I don't want to be shoving shit on people's throat that they don't care about. That's because you're fucking amazing and a legend. Yes, Tobias, you are correct. I'm completely kidding, but thank you for the compliment. Right, guys, 25 minutes. I need to dash. Tomorrow, the 19th, 7 p.m. Is it going to be 7? Let me just check my diary before I go. Okay, 7 p.m. Ask Obsidian number 8 will be tomorrow. If you've got anything that you want me to talk about, you know, as my tagline, like tonight's was I'll fight your dog. Tobias, you don't have a clue why that is, but rewatch when it goes up. If you've got a tagline, send me an inbox and I'll talk about something. Till then, guys, take it easy. Enjoy training. I have nothing else to add. Good night.